ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਪੌਲ ਚੀਮਾ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ ਸਰਬਜੀਤ ਲੁੱਦੜ ਜੀ ਫਰੋਮ ਬਿਯੋਂਡ ਕੇਅਰ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਸੋਲਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ। ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇਕੋਨਮੀ ਦੀਆਂ, ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ FTX ਦੀਆਂ, ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਪੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਪਲਾਨ ਦੀਆਂ। ਤੇ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਬੜੀ ਲਾਭਦਾਇਕ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਬੇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਡਿਸੀਜ਼ਨ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹਦੀ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬੜੀ ਹੈਰਾਨਜਨਕ ਖਬਰਸਾਰ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਦੀ। ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਏ, ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਏ, ਇਸ ਦਾ ਚਾਂਸ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੀ ਲੈਣਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਤੇ ਪੇਲ ਰੀਜਨ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਕੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਡਗ ਫੋਰਡ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਅਨਾਊਂਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਕਰਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਬਾਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਗਰੋਸਰੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਵਧੀਆਂ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਨਮ ਦਿਨ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਖੱਟੀ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਕੋੜੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਨਵਜਨਮੇ ਦਾ ਆਗਮਨ ਮਨਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਕਾਨ ਦੀ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਸੁਰੱਖਿਅਤ ਕਰ ਲਿੱਤੀ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਲੈ ਕੇ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈ ਹੋਵੇ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਸਰਬਜੀਤ ਲੁੱਦੜ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ। ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ ਰੱਖੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਫਿਊਚਰ 'ਚ ਕੰਟੀਜੈਂਸੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤਿਆਰ ਰੱਖੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਟਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿਣੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਇਕਲੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਟ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਡਿਟੇਲ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਲਾਹ ਦਊਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਿਕੀਪੀਡੀਆ 'ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮਾਰੋ ਛਾਲ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਲੱਭੋ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ। ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਜੀ ਜੌਨ ਵੁਡਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਥਿੰਗਸ ਵਰਕ ਆਊਟ ਬੈਸਟ ਫॉर ਦੋਜ਼ ਹੂ ਮੇਕ ਦਾ ਬੈਸਟ ਆਫ ਹਾਊ ਥਿੰਗਸ ਵਰਕ ਆਊਟ। ਥੋੜੀ ਟੇਢੀ ਮੇਢੀ ਜੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆਈ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਈ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੀ ਸਹੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ, ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਰਿਸੋਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਯੂਟੀਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਹਾਰਤ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਆਉਣਗੇ ਜੀ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਚੱਲੀਏ, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਰਬਜੀਤ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਟੇਜ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਲਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ, ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਪੈਸੇ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਜਾਣਾ, 11:30 ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਰੁਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਜਾਏ ਖੂਹ ਖਾਤੇ 'ਚ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਬਣਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਰਬ ਜੀ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਜੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਤੇ ਰੱਬ ਕਰੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦਿਨ ਦੂਣੀ ਰਾਤ ਚੌਗਰੀ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਕਰੇ। ਤੇ ਬਸ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਦਿਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਡੈਡੀਕੇਟਡ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਮੇਰਾ। ਸੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲਿਸਟ ਦੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਾਫੀ ਚਾਹੂੰਗੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਵੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਛੇਤੀ ਨਿਕਲਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਕੋਟ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ। I am highly impressed because that is something that was going through my mind when I was going to ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੇ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਪੌਲ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰੀਏ। ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਪੌਲ ਜੀ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਬਲਕਿ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰੋ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਵਾਂਗੇ ਉਨੀ ਵਧੀਆ। ਵੈਸੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਦੇਵਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ YouTube ਦੇ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਕਈ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ ਯਾਰ ਇਸ ਕਾਹਦੀ ਫੜ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ 80-82 ਸੀਗੇ, 115 ਤੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਆ ਥੋੜੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ।
ਵਾਓ, ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ।
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ
ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ
ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੈ।
ਕ੍ਰਿਸਮਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਹੋਰ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਡਰਾ।
ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ, ਹਲੇ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਡਰਾ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਢਿਆ ਸੀ, ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਆਇਆ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ
ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ।
ਮੇਰਾ ਪਿਛਲਾ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ 1 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 15 ਤੱਕ ਨੰਬਰ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਕੋਈ ਨੰਬਰ ਪਿਕ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਤੇ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ
ਜੀ।
ਵੀਲ ਆਫ ਫੋਰਚੂਨ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਉੱਥੇ 1 ਤੋਂ 15 ਨੰਬਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਦਰਜ ਕੀਤੇ ਸੀ। ਜੇ ਮੰਨ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਇੱਕ ਨੰਬਰ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ 1 ਨੰਬਰ ਲੈਣਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਤੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ 1 ਨੰਬਰ ਲੈਣਾ, ਯੂ ਵਿਲ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਗੈਟ ਪ੍ਰੈਫਰੈਂਸ। ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਪਰਚੀਆਂ ਕੱਢਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ
ਠੀਕ।
ਹੋ ਗਈ ਨਾ ਜੀ। ਤੁਸੀਂ 1
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਨੰਬਰ
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਜਿਹਦੀ
ਲਿਆ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ
ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਪਰਚੀ ਕੱਢੀ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ, ਤੇ ਜੇ 1
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਨੰਬਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਡਰਾ ਅੱਗੇ ਮੂਵ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ
ਠੀਕ
15
ਹੈ।
ਨੰਬਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ, 15 ਚਾਂਸਿਸ, ਪ੍ਰੋਬੇਬਿਲਿਟੀ 1 ਆਊਟ ਆਫ 15 ਸੀਗੀ।
ਵਾਹ।
ਤੇ 5 ਅਵਾਰਡ ਸੀਗੇ, 4
ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ, 1 ਮੇਰਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਆ। ਤੇ ਪਰ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ, ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ। ਇਹਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ।
ਹੁਣ ਅਗਲੇ ਦਿਨ ਫੇਰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕੀਤਾ, ਫੇਰ ਕੋਈ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ ਦਸੰਬਰ 15 ਤੇ ਲੈ ਗਏ।
ਵਾਓ! ਦੈਟਸ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ।
ਜੀ।
ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ, ਮੈਕਸਿਮਮ ਯੂਟਿਲਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ।
ਹੂੰ,
ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੇ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਨੇ। ਫੋਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਬੁੱਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਅੱਛੀ, ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਜ਼ਾਰੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਾਏ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ?
ਜੀ,
ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਅਫੋਰਡ, ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਗੈਟ ਇਟ ਇਸ਼ੂਡ, ਵੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਇਟ, ਵੀ ਰਿਟਰਨ ਇਟ, ਹੈ
ਜੀ,
ਨਾ? ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਗੂਗਲ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਗੁੱਡ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਇੰਜਨ।
ਜੀ,
No, I always say Google is a search engine, not a research engine. So we can search lots of things on that Google.
ਜੀ,
ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਰਿਸੋਰਸ ਦਾ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ, ਐਸ ਪਾਣੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਿਸੋਰਸ ਹੈ, ਉਦੋਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੁੱਡ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। ਹਵਾ, ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਸਟਿਲ ਇੰਪੈਕਟਿੰਗ ਮਾਈ ਥਿੰਕਿੰਗ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪੋਲਿਊਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ ਅਨਦਰ ਡੇ ਦਾ ਟੋਪਿਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ?
ਐਬਸੋਲਿਊਟਲੀ।
ਇੱਕ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਰਿਸੋਰਸ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਟੂ ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ, ਲਾਈਕ ਆਈ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਸੇ, critical illness, injury, or death. It is already a difficult, very, very difficult time on you or on your family.
It's really traumatic experience for the
It
family.
is,
There's
it
no
is
doubt about it.
very troubling.
जी,
But making sure that your or your family's financial needs are met during those traumatical times should not be difficult.
absolutely. So, sir, the thing is, we don't know what's going to happen when. Right? Like the
Exactly.
case of that driver you shared a
I
few
meant,
days back,
yes,
the guy
yes,
who got insurance, then canceled within less than 24 hours, and then
yes.
death was awaiting him. And
That was
because
very.
God wanted his family to live in misery or problems, so he canceled his policy. And now
No,
they
no,
have no
God
support.
gave him the opportunity. He
God gave
went
him the
against
opportunity,
God's
but
will.
then something took it back.
Yes,
Destiny didn't want that.
yes, yes.
So they
So
canceled
that's
it, and the family had to suffer.
interference, है ना? हाँ जी.
It is,
ਹੁਣ
this is
ਦੂਸਰੀ
how things are. So insurance
this-
should not be, it's a very misunderstood subject. They think people are
it is,
forcing you to protect your life. It's my
हाँ जी.
asset. Why should I be bothered?
ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਦਿਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਐਡਵਾਈਜ਼ਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, that is the cheapest labor that you can hire.
The cheapest labor, yes.
Because cheapest labor, because let's say you buy just a 20-year term for
Mm,
$1 million. I was getting a quote for about 30 years old, it will cost about $50, $55 or maybe
mm.
$60.
Yep,
So for $60 a month, you have taken a promise from the insurance company that if something happens to me within coming 240 months,
yep.
that is 20 years, then you will pay $1 million to my family.
It's a marriage without alimony payment.
Yes, it is exactly, precisely.
Mm,
So you are getting that promise from that company, and that company, and if that agent will be alive, that agent will make sure that your family gets the benefit.
जी,
Right? If agent is not there, then company gives you the right to directly claim.
yeah,
You don't have to put an agent. If you put an agent, okay. If you don't want to put an agent, you don't have to put an agent. You can deal directly with the company.
okay,
So I was dealing with this client, and she had no knowledge at all that what her husband had.
okay.
So we went through all the bank statements that her husband had,
Mhm,
called all the companies that I could find, like Empire, INS, IA, whatever the companies I knew, these are insurance companies.
mhm.
So we found out that husband has 3 million of life insurance. But
Mm-hmm.
that loved one did manage that. Okay, if my finances are not that great that I cannot afford a mortgage payment or down
Yeah.
payment, he made sure that he had those small policies lying here and there to protect his family.
Well, that was such a nice gesture, or I would say he exercised
Yes,
a very wise thing in his life.
anything, like instead of, like, if I cannot commit a mortgage commitment of $4,000 today,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that I don't have $150,000 to put into down payment and carry on a commitment of $4,000 a month. How
Yeah.
about committing yourself to $5 a day,
Yeah.
$150 a month? Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. Bilkul.
We go to, like, the other day, I was too tired and I came home at about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and
Mm-hmm.
even my house help did not come. So I asked
Okay.
my son, let's order outside.
Mm-hmm.
Paulji, we are family of four,
Mm-hmm.
ordered basic food,
Ji.
right? Chinese, they ordered something.
Ji.
I ended up spending about $130. One
Yeah,
meal.
this is how it goes.
One meal, $130.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Now,
very common.
today, as I shared today, I'm going to take my younger one to optometrist for his eyes.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna ask, Mama, can I eat outside? And easily I will be spending $25 to $30 on his burger, fries, whatever he wants.
It's just like that.
Right?
I went
So,
to watch a movie, and what
mhm,
we took a large pack of popcorns
yeah,
and two cold drinks,
uh-huh.
medium. We
$40.
paid actually $24. So when we came back, because it was
Mhm,
midnight, 11:30, the show ended,
mhm.
and we picked something on the way. We again spent $25, so $50 plus ticket cost plus your time.
Yes, yes.
That's what was spent.
So people think that buying $100 worth of insurance is
Yeah.
expensive than a meal.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree.
So ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਹੁਣ we have a critical illness product. Can you believe it? Ki if somebody is diagnosed with cancer,
Mm-hmm.
we can still cover them for cardiac.
That's cool. Good.
And if somebody already has cardiac disorder or
Mm-hmm.
diagnosis but has no history of cancer, we can give them cancer only protection.
Oh, that's very nice. I didn't know that. So you were
Right?
saying you can buy insurance to cover those critical illnesses for which you have not been diagnosed so far. That is
Yes,
excluding
only we
others.
are, yes, excluding others. We are just excluding right now only two, like cardiac and cancer. So if you have never had cancer, so you can get covered for cancer. If you never had cardiac, then you can get covered for cardiac.
Okay,
So isn't it beautiful?
absolutely, it's
Insurance
great.
companies are innovating. They are trying
Hmm.
to find ways to help us, to help people, because the cancer research shows in a room of 10 people, 8 will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, and out of those 8, 4 will definitely die. You know how scary that data is?
It is very scary.
So 40%, 80% of the people are going to be diagnosed with some kind of cancer, and out of those 50%, that means total 40% of the population is prone to dying because of cancer. Now people
Hmm.
say, "Le, Sanu, why do we need insurance?
Yeah.
We have OHIP, they will cover us." 100% agreed. You get a heart attack, you call 911, they will come, they will do cardiac bypass, they will keep you in the
Hmm.
hospital for 3 days. You're good. What happens after that? You are home, you need rest, you cannot go to work, your spouse cannot go to work, or you're one of your children who wants to decide, okay, I have to stay with mom or dad, they cannot go to work.
Yeah.
Now, not only one person is sick in the household, second person's income stop because that person has to stay home and take care of the first person.
So it's locking two individuals.
Yes. So
Yep.
that is where your critical illness insurance will come in handy, and the company does not tell you how to use that.
Yep.
God forbid if there is a terminal illness and doctor said, okay, Mr. Insured, you only have 6 months to survive.
Hmm.
So they get whatever coverage they had. Let's say they have 100,000, they get that uh, benefit paid to them. And
Hmm.
Mr. Insured decides that I want to go on a world tour with my missus. So insurance company cannot tell you that you cannot use it.
Okay.
So you can use that money however, whichever way you want to use it. How beautiful is that? On top of it, they are giving you an option, Paulji. You don't get the insured is not sick. Never,
Hmm.
nothing happened. So insurance company comes back at the age of 65 or 75, whichever we choose. Hello, Mr. Insured. You did not make any claim.
Hmm.
Here is all the money that you paid to us in these many years.
So you get all your money back.
Yes. How beautiful is that? Isn't that a win win situation?
100% win-win situation.
God forbid something happens to you, you get the claim money. Nothing happens to you, you get your own money back. And now let me tell you funny thing. People
Hmm.
ask me this, Sarab, do we get return on that?
Yeah.
No, you don't get return on that. You just get your money back. So imagine, I don't know, the smartness or simplicity of people. Somebody is giving you for 60, 70, $100 a month. This company is telling you we will give you $100,000, and you are
Hmm.
worried if your $100 will come back to you by 101. What if you are diagnosed with any critical illness in 8 months down the road? You have paid only $800.
Yeah.
Are you going to claim only 800 from the company? No, you will want the whole claim.
Absolutely. Some people keep thinking that, oh, term insurance, for example, they think, oh, I pay this year, then if nothing happens to me, the money is wasted. So they really want something to happen to them within the term period,
20 years. I
which doesn't make
unfortunately
any sense, right? So,
Unfortunately, the thing is because heard this on radio
mhm,
and I called the agent who was loudly propaganding, bombarding it on the radio. We
mhm,
have term life insurance with money back.
very good.
There is
Okay.
nothing like term life insurance with money back.
Yeah.
They were selling universal life where you pay extra, and
Hmm.
potentially that extra can grow to a point. If you cancel the policy, you will get cash back,
Yeah.
surrender value.
Surrender value. That is
Why?
only for whole
Why?
life, for universal policy,
Whole
right?
life or universal life policies.
Yeah.
And
ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਤਾਂ
that is
ਮੈਨੂੰ
the
ਦੇਖੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ
tragedy.
ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਅਕਲ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈ.
That is the tragedy. People are attracted towards that without thinking. It is just like telling, oh, if you will lease this property, and end of the term we will return all your money. Term
We are
life is just
great. We are
equally.
amazing. We are fantastic. We are fabulous.
We are so wonderful that we think that, okay, I am the only one smart here, and that is where I think we make the mistake.
Absolutely.
I was listening to Sudha Murthy yesterday.
Okay.
the Infosys lady, I think.
Okay.
So she was telling about her brother, that her brother wrote, he is astrophysicist and he wrote some books, and his younger brother.
Mm.
And she was like, when I read his thesis that he had submitted, I was highly impressed. And I was like, brother, you are so great.
Mhm.
I'm super proud of you. And as an older sister, she felt that she is proud of him, right?
Mm. Cool.
And she said, her brother replied, what is so big about it?
Mhm.
There are so many universes, galaxies. In that, there is the one galaxy is Milky Way. There are so many suns. One sun is
Yeah.
ours. On that suns, it has planets. One sun is one planet is Earth. Earth has multiple countries, and out of
Mhm.
that, India is one country. India has multiple states, and out of that, I think Karnataka is one state where, and Karnataka has many cities and villages, and there is one village called Hubli. Hubli is the birthplace of them.
Mhm.
And so, what is so great? What is so great? And in Hubli, there are hundreds and thousands of houses where I was born. What is so great about me? Nothing is great.
Okay.
And I was so humbled. I was like, wow, that's why these people are where they are.
Yep.
Because despite being at such a high level of intellectual and financial status, or we can say
Mhm.
strength, they still think that they're nothing.
Well, that's called humble.
So I would like to take your leave. And once again, I would leave everybody, the audience, with a message: get insurance when you think you don't need it. Like
Thank you
today,
very
you
much,
don't need it
Sarabji.
because you're
And let me tell
healthy.
you one thing. Very soon you will
Hanji.
need passport to enter Mississauga. We won't let you in.
Mhm.
No Bramptonian will be able to get into Mississauga, as Mississauga is going
Is
to be
that
an
a joke?
independent city. Oh,
No, don't have it.
Ford actually tabled a legislation, and we are so proud of that. I'm in it for it. I had an opportunity to hear previous mayor of Mississauga, Madam
Mhm.
Hazel
Hazel.
McCallum.
Mhm.
She was in
Yes.
one of our board meetings, and she came to actually past president of Mississauga Registered Board's luncheon 2 days back,
Mhm.
and it was
Okay.
phenomenal. She was so happy that Ford has announced it that municipalities will be given extra powers, and that means delinking them from region. He actually tabled legislation. It came through the Minister of Housing or whatever it is, Housing
So, what
Affairs.
does
So
that
very
exactly mean? I am so sorry. I really have to run, but I want to learn more about that.
well, Mississauga has been contributing a lot more than city of Brampton and Caledon inputting
Yes.
to the region of Peel.
Yes.
Mississauga has put 52% share, but it's paying more than 60% funds to run the
Yes.
facilities, while region subsidizes costs for Brampton and Peel. Sorry, Brampton and
Yes.
Caledon. Mississauga has
Mhm.
been always taking the stand that we need an independent status because we are the third largest city in Canada, and fourth
Mhm.
one is, of course, Brampton. So they say we
Okay.
are paying $85 million every year to fund region of Peel, and they don't want it. They just want to get out of it.
See, I understand that. But once again, I fail to understand. Instead of getting out of it, why don't we ask City of Brampton and City of Caledon to come forward
They
and put
cannot.
more?
They have been sitting on Mississauga funds. I have
Yes, like
all these funds in front
I
of me here. And
I
on
will
roads
tell
and
you a small joke.
transportation, Mississauga
Mhm.
spent $20 million, while Brampton had a
Yes.
deficit of $16.78 million. Caledon has deficit of 16 million. That is subsidized amount.
Let me tell you one
$16.308
small
million.
joke and interfere this. I'm sorry to interrupt because I just have to rush. So I just want to get thing. When I this Mississauga, you know what is the new joke that I am hearing nowadays?
Mhm.
Mississauga is the rich brother of spoiled Brampton and Caledon.
That's true. And that's what they want to get off this. They're saying we are done with subsidizing these cities. Now we need to get out of it. So 20 million that they are paying, $3.783 million goes to Brampton in subsidy, $16.308 million goes to Caledon as a subsidy, and the total cost is all borne by Mississauga. They say no, we don't want it. And second thing, because of region of Peel interference into decision making powers of cities, the projects are delayed. Some projects, construction projects, have been delayed by more than 3 years, changing the whole numbers because cost inflates in the meantime, and the projects sometimes become non-viable. The city has pushed this agenda for a long, long time. Nobody had balls, sorry for that, to fight this out, but now Ford has put this legislation in.
I am so super sorry. I will have to leave. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
you
and
run
we'll
and we'll
get back
talk
in touch.
again. Thank you very much. Take
Sure.
care. So we had a quick talk with Sarab. She is owner of Beyond Care Insurance Solution, a company that provides different kind of insurance products. If you need more information, feel free to give her a shout. Her phone number is 416-879-3039. She's also a real estate agent. If you need any advice or help, she can help you there too. So feel free to give a shout to Sarab Ludhar, Sarab Ludhar. Her full name is Sarabjit Ludhar. Only I can use a abbreviated name. Nobody else can do that. So city of Mississauga is very excited that legislation has been tabled uh, in Ontario, which seeks to give some more powers to the mayors of a couple of cities, of which Mississauga is one. If we look at those numbers, and there are top 10 single tier populations, Toronto is a single municipality, Ottawa, Hamilton, London, Windsor, Sudbury, Guelph, Kingston, Thunder Bay, Chatham, Kent, Dryden. Dryden has a population of only 7,749. I think this is as per 2016 census numbers, because this executive summary made by Mississauga City is an older one, whereas the population of Mississauga is seven, or was at that time, 721,599,000 people, which is more than any other city. And it is a mature city with close to 800,000 residents, home to over 91,000 businesses, as the third largest city in Ontario and sixth in Canada. Mississauga has a distinct identity and sense of civic pride. Mississauga is working. They are financially and administratively well run, and Mississauga has an triple A stable credit rating for 15 straight years and continue to win awards for financial management. And the city also says this: we are a model for good municipal governance in Ontario. That's so cool. Other cities are doing it. Many other municipalities are already single tier, including Toronto, Hamilton, Ottawa, Windsor, London, Guelph, Kingston, Thunder Bay, and even Dryden. Mississauga is the largest city to be included in a regional government model. We'll talk more about it after this little break. looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416 213 8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416 213 8600. Are you looking for reliable immigration services? If yes, contact Sukhi Paul at 647 296 4575 or office phone number 905 790 8877. They are located at 219 220 at 7956 Torban Road. It's right at the intersection of Torban Road and Steeles Avenue West. Contact them for all kind of visa services. Finding an honest and diligent insurance and investment advisor is a rarity these days. If you are looking for great advice, contact Mr. Bhupendra Mane, who is the regional director of Cosmos Financial Center. They are located at Union number 830 Top Flight Drive, Mississauga. The phone number to call is 647 448 6229. Give them a call today. Is your business suffering from performance? If yes, it is the right time to call Ravinder Duggi at 416 807 7986. She will find out the weak points and the points where the performance issues are paramount and help you fix those issues. Give her a call today. Do not be late. Are you looking to buy or sell your home or any commercial real estate? If yes, call me today at 647 333 2273 or 647 328 3279. I provide services in real estate and mortgages. I am mortgage broker with Akal Mortgages Inc., where when we say yes, we stand behind our promise. Reach out to me today. Do you want to shop right without burning your pockets? If yes, please visit Monisha Discount Warehouse at 377 Burnhamthorpe Road, East Mississauga, Ontario. They are the best. They have all kind of Indian, Pakistani and other local stuff that you can buy at literally throwaway prices. Contact them at 905 361 0773. Monisha Discount Warehouse. D.P. Jain is a well-known name in the fields of accounting. You can contact him today at his cell number 416 305 0080 or his office number 905 790 9327. Once you start working with him, you will never want to leave him. He is 5-star professional. Call him today. D.P. Jain Professional Corporation. PC24 RETV is heard over so many different channels. If you want to promote your business for free, call me at 647 333 2273. You can also send your artwork to contact@paulcheema.com. We are here to be partners in your business success. 647 333 2273. Welcome back to PC24 RETV's remainder episode of the day at 11:30 a.m. Today, we will be running the recorded interview with Bill Godfrey, promoter of People Against Littering, and the person who has taken it upon himself to make City of Brampton litter-free by 2023. And he urges all other municipalities to pick the model up. If you need any advice, you can always reach out to him through his Facebook group called People Against Littering. Feel free, because it is upon ourselves to keep our cities and planet clean. Show our gratitude because this is something that we all owe to this Mother Nature and Mother Earth. So we're talking about city of Mississauga's plan to detach itself from region of Peel. And the Brampton mayor, Mr. Patrick Brown, he is happy with it. He says, well, this will be dissolution of region of Peel. All cities independent on its own, and the bill has already been tabled in the provincial assembly. So they probably will be talking about it very soon. And we hope that something great will come out of it because city of Mississauga insists that they are spending too much money which they should not be spending because their fair share is stolen by city of Brampton. Sorry for that. City of Brampton and the city of Caledon. How true it is, how fast it is, only time will tell. We'll just wait it out. But this is what the news basically says when I bring this information to you. And I'm going to show you this graphically up on screen so you can have a better understanding of what I am saying. Anyways, while we work on these technicalities, so this is going to be something very big. So city of Mississauga understands and is of strong, feeling that after they de-link from this older setup where they are tied to a company, tied to a region where most of their money is being spent, but other cities are not contributing. There are other reasons for the city to de-link from the region. One of this is they say we pay all, but we have no say in the governance of region. Mississauga, it says they represent 52% of the population in the region of Peel, but they are paying 60% of the funding. So it totally counters the claims of the city of Mississauga and the city of Brampton saying they are putting more money and they are also funding city of Mississauga's program, which is not true. They say it is simply impossible for those two cities to pay us for our growth. Mississauga, they say, pays more. So when it pays 60%, how can those municipalities pay to Mississauga? Well, this is something which may be debatable, but I'm just presenting the things as I see them online. So Brampton's population is 43% in the region of Peel and Caledon is only at 5%. So why they want to de-link? There is another reason too. They say it's too many approvers. If they have to run a project, a construction project, more homes, more affordable homes sooner, province new plan to build housing supply faster and affordable for people so they can, remove this backlog of shortage and supply and demand. So between regional council and staff, there are too many layers of approval at the region of Peel that slows down or impedes decision making and implementation of vital programs. First example they give is for housing. Mississauga wants to build more affordable housing for the middle class. Financial incentives from the city and regional levels could help builders do this. However, the region has responsibility for social housing, controls funding decisions, and has different priorities. Mississauga needs the authority to deliver affordable middle-income housing that responds to this urgent problem. Second example, affordability housing in Malton. The city wants to revitalize and redevelop portions of the Malton community to build more affordable housing, and attract investment. The city began its planning work in 2015 and finished in 2017, but had to wait almost 2 years while the region completed their work. Then, after many more months of legal negotiations between the city and the region, the city was finally able to move forward with its plan. The delay added almost 3 years, and I can tell you, additional cost as well. So there is third example, ninth line land. The city of Mississauga is developing the ninth line lands into a new community, but we cannot make decisions without the region's input and approval. The region and city do not agree where growth should go, which undermines the city's ability to be nimble and strategic in planning its long-term growth. Mississauga has strong planning support for our proposals. With the region involved, we have experienced delays of over 2.5 years. Prime development lands and new housing supply on the ninth line are being delayed unnecessarily because both the region of Peel and city of Mississauga are involved in planning. And then they say there is too much duplication. So many legal departments that which are with one another, and there is a great deal of duplication between departments of the city, Mississauga, and region of Peel. The Department of Planning and Building, Policy Planning, Clerks and Legal Communications, Roads and Engineering, and Human Resources and Information Technology exists at both levels. Duplication. There are currently 117 legal agreements just on real estate matters between the region and the city. On average, each requires 40 hours of staff time to develop, which totals 4,680 hours of staff time or 668 working days. Legal staff also spends 320 hours or 45 working days per year drafting and negotiating agreements with the region. So they want to get off all these things. If you need more information, go search for Mississauga's position on the future of regional government. This is an executive summary prepared in 2019, and this is there. The Doug government, it has now launched this thing. They have proposed that mayor should be given strong powers. Revamp for Brampton and Mississauga is on the chart, and it further tells you this, that you should be prepared. I'm not going to say that you are going to bring more money, but then this is just was for joke when I said to Sarab that she will have to bring a passport to come into Mississauga. That was just a joke. Please don't take that seriously. So legislation that was tabled on 16th November aims to extend strong mayor powers and reduce municipal duplication in several two-tier municipalities, including the region of Peel, the Ontario government said in a press release. So once this comes into force, things will be totally different. But well, city is very excited. I heard former mayor of Mississauga, Hazel Hurricane, she was very happy when she announced it. The city is delinking from the region of Peel, and she gave full credit to Mr. Ford, our premier. So that is one thing. And have you noticed that we are unable to find lettuce in the stores these days? Well, that is another problem, and it is kind of harbinger of other issues that may be coming up soon. Many restaurants have announced it that they don't have lettuce. They are trying to replace it with the other greens such as lettuce or kale, like that. And I don't know, this is because of some supply chain issue from California. Costco didn't have this lettuce for a long time now. I have been visiting again and again. but I end up coming back with some other stuff that I may not even need. It is so tempting to pick up things in when you are in Costco, and sometimes you just pick up useless things or you store them for a longer time period. The Swiss Chalets in the Canadian division, it has announced it that they don't have lettuce, and they are not going to do it in its garden and Caesar salads. They are not available. So this is so sad. I've been trying to take control of my diet, and lettuce was a major component of my food. But now with that gone, I think you will see me 20, 30 pounds heavier than I was before. At the same time, this is something you must know that couple months back, or maybe last year, an organization, the name is Generation Squeeze, they proposed to the government that they should be surcharged for the houses which are over or at $1 million. They called it this as surtax. Now they ran a survey. So the survey they ran, it has amazing findings. So this is what it says. Majority of Canadians support a price on housing inequality. Only 10% of Canadians who own $1 million homes would pay levy. But weren't all these houses, even semi-detached, over $1 million just a few months ago, before they started losing their values, and we are at this point now. So this is what the findings are, and this is so strange how people think and what they're saying. Majority are in favor of taxing homes over 1 million. This survey came from Generation Squeeze. And then, so this said 62% of respondents, 62% of respondents, they are in support of this modest surtax on homes valued above 1 million, which make up 10% of Canada's housing market. But don't you think sooner or later this 10% will grow, right? This 10% will grow, and then what next? Average price is more or less $780,000 of all kind of houses. But let us see, this is solution for generational fairness. To make this happen, this is housing inequality. So Generation Squeeze partnered with research company to explore what Canadians think about housing wealth and affordability. And the poll found that many Canadians would be willing to go further than politicians expect to check home price escalation. Majority of respondents support putting a modest price on housing inequality to reduce unaffordability and wealth inequity, and to raise revenue for other supports Canadians want and need. Even among the 10% of Canadians who would be asked to pay this new levy, a majority are on board. I disagree with this, but there are lies, damn lies, and statistics. We all have those things here. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye to you for the day. I will see you tomorrow between 10:30 and 11:30. We will have our guests tomorrow, Kamal Bola and Sarab Ludard. They will talk specifically on some critical illness components and statistical data that may be very significant for you to understand. After this show, I'm going to run Mr. Bill Godfrey's live broadcast. It won't be live, sorry. It is a recorded interview that will be aired again at 11:30 onwards. So I will take your leave now, and I would like to offer my condolences to the families of those who lost a beloved one today. May God give you strength to get over the loss in your lives, and may you prosper and keep spreading the light. And we pray together with you for peace to the departed soul. Thank you very much. And hey, don't go anywhere. Stay here because we are coming with some amazing topics. Thank you very much.